Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Sarakosian Mission. I'm your host, Ash Sarakosa, and love, joy, happiness. That's what we all strive for. That's what we all need. And that's what we should ultimately look for is love, joy, happiness. And today I'm just going to be talking about life, how life gets in the way of love, joy, happiness. And we get into our minds and we just seem to struggle and go negative and make life harder for ourselves. And we've all been there, we've all done that. And some days it's hard to get out of, some weeks it's hard to get out of, even months, years, and so on. And so life can be very draining. Life can be very hard. And so let's start with one of my favorite quotes. I've said it a few times in my podcast, is Romans chapter 5, 3-5. And not only that, but we also glory in tribulations, knowing that tribulations produces perseverance, and perseverance character, and character hope. Now hope does not disappoint, because the love of God has been poured out in our hearts by the Holy Spirit who is given to us. And I've said that quote a few times, and if you can just muster up the pride, not have too much pride of course, but muster up the pride in yourself to know that you're going through tribulations, and don't blame anyone for the tribulations you are going through, and know that the universe, I say God, is making you go through these tribulations so you can get the perseverance and understand that God, the universe, whatever way, whatever your faith pattern is, it's talking to you to find something that you're lacking, that it wants you to fix. And once we can get into our minds and understand and look back and see what type of person you are and where you've always wanted to be better, where you've regretted situations that you could have handled better, and to build a new character. And so that character can have hope, give other people hope, and that hope will generate, and your better character will generate to others, so we can have a better life with each other and not hold grudges, and to go down in a pit of despair and to blame people for our actions, to blame people for where we're at through the guilt. Guilt, as we all know, can just destroy someone, and they want someone to blame, and so they blame others and they blacken their name instead of just letting the hate subside and to just trust in the Lord, and to see that if we can just understand where the other person's coming from, that maybe life wouldn't be too bad, and we can communicate effectively in life. And so in life we need to persevere and to understand where we are going in life. What's the road you want to take? When we're children, we don't mean the path that we end up leading on most times. I'm going to say 99% of people don't expect the path they have chosen or the path they're going down was their road. We all had a dream once, and we all gave up on that dream. Not all of us, I'm saying, and we've got to find that spark back. We've got to understand what we truly want in life, what we truly want, and we need to strive for that. A quote from Winston Churchill: if you're going through hell, keep going. Keep going. we have to persevere through the hard times. I never thought that I'd go through a difficult situation. I never thought suicide would ever enter my head. But it has. It has at one point. And it's crippling. And you reach out to people and it seems like only a few want to help. And once you've reached the lowest point of your life and you make it out, God willing, you make it out, persevere, there's always something there that can pull you out of it. And we need to understand and get our motivation of life back and to prove that we can do it for ourselves. The hardest part about life is us, is your own mind and heart. We create the way it thinks. We create the outcomes from the way we think. So if we keep thinking negatively, we're going to produce negative atmospheres around us. And so we need to start communicating effectively and to get out of our minds in a negative space and start to live in the moment. Live in the moment. Start letting go. Stop controlling and just let go. And the more you do that, you'll see the more happiness comes from that. And letting go, just let God, or like I said, the universe, or whatever faith you practice, what I've come to realize is they're all saying the same thing. Love. Love is at the core of this. And so we need to understand that love can just generate a better world, a better community, more harmony within ourselves. And so through that, we need to help each other. Helping each other gives you a sense of gratitude and fulfillment. We need to start to look after our bodies, look after our health. You've all heard that saying, you are what you eat. Well, if you're going to eat a lot of junk food and start to get overweight, I'm sorry to say, you're going to get more unhappy. And so we need to understand that eating healthier foods, I'm not saying what diet to go on. I'm just saying the more fruit, the more vegetables, the stuff from the earth does get you more happier. Start to exercise. Exercise your body. I want to do an episode on exercise for those people that struggle to exercise, because there's so much out there you can do without having all the equipment. There is a ton of things you can do without the equipment and still sculpt your body. But goal setting's a good one and it doesn't have to start big. It doesn't have to say I'm going to be a leader of the world or something so big to start off with. Start small. Start small and you'll see. You don't have to go out every weekend and waste your money on alcohol. Start to have a goal, start to have a mission in life. And the people the naysayers, they'll slowly drop off. And these people might be negative and you don't even realize it. And so it's time to put wellness first. Wellness and a great community to build off. And people do get it wrong. And And that's where you need forgiveness to help them grow as a person. But if they're always in your face and don't want to change, then that is up to you what you want to do. That is totally up to you how you want to take that. And so, but the ones that do want to change, help them, understand them, because we've all been at that crossroads in life where we stop wanting to be that type of person and excel into a new being, to be born again. You don't have to be a born again Christian. I call myself a born again Christian. But being born again is in so many philosophical books. It's about that change in your mind where you want to do better. And so, as Oscar Wilde said, there's one of my dogs, sorry. As Oscar Wilde said, what seems to do us bitter trials are often blessings in disguise. Our greatest hurdles are our greatest blessings. But it seems like in this modern world, sorry about my dogs barking. It seems like in this modern world, I keep repeating myself, that when something comes your way and you choose actions, you're always wanting to blame the other person for your actions and treat them ill from that. And so, and my recommendation is stop doing that. If you chose an action, stand up and say, yeah, I stuffed up. Most often or not, that person will forgive you for just being truthful and honest. But what tends to happen is the guilty party wants to blacken that person's name. They want to blacken it to make themselves feel better, to make their ego heightened. And if we really look at it, they're also disgusted in themselves and going through a bad life journey by doing that, and by never waking up to that type of behavior. People are going to start to see the truth, and it's going to be a lonely road. I've witnessed it through my father. Slowly by slowly, community withered away because of his constant blaming and constant attacking of people and just treating them badly for his decisions that he made. And I forgive him. I feel sorry for him. And all roads lead to a certain spot in the Bible. Reap what you sow. And we will all reap what we sow in the end. But you can always sow new seeds and reap a new harvest. So there's always times to change your life and to reap a better harvest, a positive harvest. And so through all that, we need to just help each other in life. If you've got a small community, there's nothing wrong with a small community. If you've got a big community, once you start to change, people will wither away. Once you want to be fit and healthy and start talking about things that actually matter. I'm not saying that having a joke and conversation doesn't matter. I'm just saying you might want to expand your mind and talk about more philosophical conversations instead of always gossiping and talking about other people, because where does that get anyone in life? Gossiping, People have made billions of dollars off gossiping through all the magazines, and what's it for? What's it for, really? Gossiping about someone else. We need to start to take ownership of our own lives and start to build a community. And if there's an estranged, or what's a better word, if a link's starting to be broken within the community, it's up to that community to try and repair it instead of letting a person slip so far away to the point of no return. Because as we know, once we get into our minds, into that negative spiral, you can turn anything into that person did me wrong. I'm pretty sure we've all done it. I know I've done it. I stupidly would do it. And that's a trait I picked up from my father. That's all he ever did, was anywhere we'd go, like, someone always did him wrong. And I know I had picked up that trait. And I hate it. Like, it's like I couldn't control myself from saying it, even though in my mind I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I saying this? And so, stop being negative, stop thinking negative. And we need to understand the gifts that God gave us. And the gifts aren't for hate. They're for love. They're for love, guys. And girls. And like the song, Bill Withers, lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. Hopefully that was alright, but, lean on me. Lean on someone. Let them lean on you. Help each other with their burdens instead of destroying community. Help each other in this game of life, which is so hard for most of us to play. Have goals. I've said this a lot of times, so tips. Let's have some goals. Write some goals down. Say I'm going to do gym 3 times this week. I'm going to do gym. And for those of you who don't know where to start with that, why don't you start with 3 sets of 10 push-ups, 3 sets of 10 sit-ups, and a walk, if you're very new at this, or a 5-minute jog for the first week, and then expand on that. There's multiple variations of push-ups and sit-ups. You could also do squats without a weight, because if you haven't done squats before, that will be enough, trust me. Go a bit lower if you can't, but write some goals down. So do exercise. Eat healthier this week, or eat healthier 3 nights a week. Don't have any ice cream. And then do your journals. Have your journals. Say in the mirror, I am strong, I am confident, I am healthy, I deserve success. Start to make a list up that you want to chant every morning, every night before you go to bed. And we can get through this together. And I'd like you guys to comment and start up conversations where you can on Facebook, the Sarakosian Mission, on YouTube. If you want to watch it on YouTube, start conversations up. I want to talk about how I've overcome situations. I know I haven't given a lot away, but I've gone through some big tribulations in my life that I'm trying to get out there slowly. But, from having a disastrous childhood from an abusive father and to a family breakdown with my partner, and now it's about me and my son and a community that I'm going to build around him. And started by going to church, so build a community. I know I tangent sometimes, but build a community. Have a goal, have a dream, have a vision. And and you'll get to where you're going. And if you can start to meditate, sorry about the dogs again. If you can start to meditate, Bible meditation is different from Eastern meditation, I believe, and what I've read. If I'm wrong, please tell me. I'd love to have a discussion on it with someone. You're forward thinking, like you're asking for something, or you're asking God. The way I do it is I think of all the negative events that I've done or situations, and I try and look at how to do it more peaceful. How do I be more peaceful at that? And I do it for about 20-30 minutes every night before I go to bed. And I sleep like a baby. Oh man, do I sleep after that. Because I just feel so calm and at peace with myself. But I put on some meditation music. Because meditation, what I've read and what I've watched on YouTube, it's about having mathematical music, which is all mathematical. But classical type of music, soft music, meditation music, to get really deep into the meditation. But think about bad things and how do you turn them good. Start there. That's where I started. And if you cannot get out a negative thought, you're just going to stress yourself out more. So just think about love. Start chanting love, peace, happiness, love, joy, happiness. That's what I do sometimes when I can't get out of a negative thought, and it does work for me. But find that chant that gets you out of it. And so just do it for 20-30 minutes, and I guarantee you it'll start to work, and you'll start to feel happier within yourself. Start to exercise, start to eat healthy. Journal. You don't have to journal every day, but find out what you're grateful for. I know I've said that a lot, but let's find out what we're grateful for, and let's keep going, guys. Love, joy, happiness. That's the end of the episode. I hope it does well. I want to do the next one with a bit more motivation for people and how to get out the mind as well. I'm really big on that. And we all should start to do it and start to spread love around the world and love to our communities and start to actually congratulate people genuinely. Let's lift people up around us. Let's lift them up. Let's lift our kids up. Let's lift up our parents. Let's lift everyone up. And if they throw stones at you, not literally stones, but insults, just take it on the chest. Learn to dismiss it. Don't worry about it and just keep going. I guarantee you people will start to come around. People will start to come around. It does work, and build a great community. And I hope you have a good time, guys. Love your family, and please spread the word of the Sarakosian Mission. Subscribe to YouTube and to my Facebook page, and let's get more things going. I'm going to go on a tangent here. It's like I don't have enough time in the day to do everything I want to do through work, kids, dogs, family, Bible study, church, all that. Because I do want to get recipes up there for people, healthy recipes. I want to get healthy exercises there for people, and I'm still trying to figure out how to edit. But, this is goals I've set for myself to be happier. And once I've delved into this, and I get happier every time I put a podcast on and do things that I've wanted to do for a long time. So, through my pain, I see it as a blessing. Trials, tribulations, perseverance, character, and hope. And guys, God bless. Love you, fam. For those that are following me, keep spreading the word. Keep passing the mission on. And love, joy, happiness. Peace, guys.